I think I read in the preseason some that South Carolina wanted to go more up tempo this year with Bentley. Have they shown that? Or have you seen that at all?
Yes, they've gone more up tempo in their first two games, and we last week we started a little bit slow against some tempo, so that's been the emphasis this week. You know, the faster they go, the faster we need to get ourselves off the field and have some Gatorade. So that's been one of our focuses this week.
Didn't get the sacks this past week. Obviously, that's a quarterback that looks to run. Is Bentley a guy that will hang in the pocket a little longer?
Well, the sacks, last week we had a lot of free runners, and we need to find a way to get the quarterback on the ground. We emphasize that as a coaching staff because it's about us, how to tackle the quarterback that we play each week. And so there was times where we had extreme pressure. There was one time in the red zone that we got corrected, that needs to be corrected. That's a call we use a lot, where we let him out. And that can't happen on quarterbacks, especially quarterbacks of that caliber. This week, he can run, he can throw. So we need to do a good job of being where we're supposed to be, getting our hands up, attacking the ball, and making sure that whether he throws it fast or slower, depending on whatever play they run, we're in the right spots.
How about the set of receivers, Edwards, Samuel? What kind of issues do they present?
Solid. I mean, we're moving into SEC play, so we are going to see wide receivers every week. That's part of the job description. You know, we need to take care of us. So when there's certain formations and certain things that we see, we need to make sure we're challenging them. And we got to challenge. And we've been challenging pretty good through the first 3 games, but that doesn't mean anything on Saturday. So we need to make sure that we're challenging them and we understand their splits, where they're aligned, and those type of things.
Are you discouraged or encouraged by the fact that you can affect tackling in the middle of the game? Tackling was poor in the first half, was good in the second half. What does that tell you about this team?
Encouraged. We get better. We play a lot of players. As we've said, we need everybody. And there's some guys that have been put in situations that they've learned from, and that's awesome. And they learn from it in the moment, and we coach them, we fix it, and we keep going. And that's what's great about these young men, is they're getting better on those things. And like you said, so tackling's angles. We call it tracking. We got to track. We got to stay on the angles we're on. And we practice it every single day, and every single practice rep. Every one is a tracking rep. What that means is every play is a tackling rep. That's how we coach it. That's how we live it. So a lot of our young men, especially the ones that haven't played a lot of football games for us yet, they're getting better every time they do it. And that's what we need them to do, and that's what they're doing.
So you're saying the tackling is before there's even contact?
Oh yeah, tackling is angles and tracking and where your eyes are. You need to stay on the near hip. That's the hip, the side you came from. You need to stay there. You need to snap your eyes to that hip and go to that hip and stay on that angle. Because the number one way people make yards is cutback. So we got to make sure if we're supposed to be outside, we're tracking outside in. If we're inside, which is anybody, can be a D lineman, out of the stack, we got to track to where they are, not make up where they're going to be. Because what happens is you think, oh, I wonder if no, just go to him and stay on that angle. And then all your other friends out there, however many of the 11 are coming, which better be all of them, because that's one of the things we talk about, need to be on their angles too.
When Coach Mason says street fight, that's the phrase he used. Does that just mean a physical style of play? What does that mean on your side of the ball for this game?
That means you don't know where a street fight. You don't know necessarily where you're going to get hit from, and that's okay. You got to battle through that. So sometimes it's going to look like it's been on video or you're prepared for it. Sometimes it's not. So what? Use your rules, do your job, and fight through it. That's what he means.
Brian Kelly complained, I guess the best way to put it, about some of the way you were attacking his tight end defensively. Your thought on that? I mean, it's legal, right?
Well, that was last week. We've moved on to this week, and I think Coach Mason handled that with his statement.
Did.
One more question.
Nah,